You know, on this channel, I'm no stranger to talking about tic-tac terminology and the brain deadness it has caused to society. It's typically hard for me to keep track of everything, even when it's my job to do it. But there's a new trend going on that might be one of the
worst ones I've ever seen.
And that's a lot to say coming from me. Y'all really don't know what I've been through. I've been through the I wanna be tracer era. I've been through the POV era where some of them were pretending to be Holocaust survivors. I've been through the Ohio era. We still haven't recovered from this cringy ass shit. Just look at YouTube shorts. And this new trend I'm talking about is none other than Icks. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if some of y'all are scratching your head wondering what the hell I'm even talking about. Honestly, pat yourself on the back. It shows that you're really not chronically online. Good job. But you definitely want to know what icks are, especially if you're a guy. An ick is quote-unquote something someone does that is an instant turnoff for you, making you instantly hate the idea of being with them romantically. Now, off the definition alone, that's a huge thing. You instantly going from wanting to be with someone romantically and maybe spending the rest of your life with them to never even having the thought of it again has to be one of the most powerful things to ever exist. And the reason why I said guys should at least know about it is because pretty much every girl on the planet for some reason is coming up with their own list now. So if you, let's say, have a crush on someone and want to make your move, you're probably going to want to avoid doing that ick, right? No one wants to cause someone they like to instantly be turned off once they see them. When I first saw this as a trend, I really didn't think much of it though. I mean, women typically have more preferences and choices in the dating market anyway, so I thought it was just something like that. It's been like that forever. But this ick shit, it's different.
It's gotten out of hand.
I don't know when it got like this. I don't know if it's this new generation or what, but it got me so mad I had to make a whole video on it. You would think some women's icks would be typical things guys do that annoy them. Maybe having bad hygiene as example. A lot of dudes be using the same towel they wash their ass with their face on it, don't know how to clean their face right or their body. Maybe playing video games as an example all day and just ignoring them and not paying attention to them. But no. No, let's just go through some of these icks together, shall we? Here's one I took from this random girl on TikTok, for example, and let's examine her list. First is bad texting. Okay, that's valid. I think even guys can agree with that one. No one likes a boring and dry texter when he trips over things. Okay, I guess that she could mean he's a clumsy guy, and if he falls too much, their relationship's gonna eventually fall. Mama's boys. Okay, maybe she means since he's so attached loving the mother that gave birth to him, that if his mother doesn't like her, then he won't like her eventually? Being an only child. What? Imagine popping out your mother's vagina alone and you already lose 10% of the dating pool because of that. Like, genuinely, what the f do you want the guy to do? I'm sorry, let me just go ahead and adopt a sibling real quick for you. And she still has 2 other ones. If you use like a 3-1 type B, no clue what that even means. And the last one, which she has the audacity to put down, is if he has a handshake with his friends. This is man's #1 way of showing love to another man. The next step would actually be it shows you bond so much that you guys have secret code only for each other. And this was just one example video I found on TikTok. There's millions of other women's icks online which are somehow even stupider. At first it was just for jokes and fun, but it's almost become a pandemic of its own with new icks being listed out at the millisecond. Let's look at some more icks, shall we? A man being the middle child is an ick. This is the second one I've seen about your placement when you're born. Is this just a thing women choose that I'm missing? I know that's how it works for animals. Like, apparently if you're the top dog in the animal kingdom, you're basically everybody. My new ick is men wearing goggles while swimming. Honestly, I'm gonna have to agree with this. Real men open their eyes when swimming underwater to strengthen them. If you're not coming out the pool borderline blind by all the bleach in your eyes, then how can she know you can hold down a stable family? Every single man who is not a celebrity gives me the ick. So basically 99.9% of the male species is just done for. Men, just give up now. Just got the most tremendous ick of my life. Why are men ugly? Okay, I think I've gone too far down the ick rabbit hole. I'm gonna lose my mind. And Look, okay, I know all women aren't this ick crazy and have normal and sensible things. And some of y'all also may think I'm over-exaggerating it and they're just joking about it and why am I taking it so serious? But there's a surprising amount of these women who are genuinely like this. It's kinda sad. My theory I've come up for it personally is that it's stemming from dating apps like Tinder and Bumble, Hinge, and all that shit. If you're a dude and have been on a dating app and are not like a Vogue top 10 model, you 100% know what I'm talking about. You could have the best accolades in everything, strength, style, money, power, but if there's one listed thing that gives them the ick, it's GG's for you, buddy. It's over. I've heard this from women before too, and they can actually do that because they have all the power on dating apps. It's just how it is. And although dating apps are a completely separate thing, really, I think they're Satan's spawn sent onto the world by him personally. Don't ever download it if you ever have. An aspect of it bleeds onto social media, which ends up becoming something like Icks. And for every girl that types out and sends out a tweet of their brain dead ick, there's a guy that's reading that shit and ends up turning into a misogynist and Andrew Tate fan and red pill guy and really one of their worst nightmares. I think these posts single-handedly cause those type of dudes. It takes a guy one bad day and seeing a dumbass ick could push them over the edge. Oh yeah, and we're still not done with Icks, by the way. I've got way more. I somehow found an even worse comment section than all of the tweets combined on TikTok, so just be prepared. When he orders at a restaurant and the waiter tells him they don't have that anymore, so he has to quick find something else to order. What is he supposed to do? My bad, let me just use telekinesis to mind read what they have in stock from the back so it doesn't happen next time, sweetie. Keep in mind, this has 1,344 likes, so 1,344 women sat there and universally agreed a guy is done for with them after this. Him on a roller coaster. I'm not gonna lie, a roller coaster isn't really the best deterrent from this. You're sitting with your legs all squabbled together zestily. You're holding onto the armrest with so much grip it would put a D1 porn star to shame. But it's another thing that you can't even avoid. When he runs away from Wasp. And this one is an example of what I mean when some people are dead ass serious when they make these. Because someone replied saying, "Oh yeah, sorry, I'll just get stung by them." And she has the God to respond with, "They're more likely to sting if you flap about because they feel threatened." There's no way someone is actually defending this concept. Dating is cooked at this point. And really, Icks was the set-off that made me realize this generation won't procreate the next generation. We're the last generation. Honestly, it's all fun and games, but really thinking of how many people take this ick seriously disturbs me. Like, out of those 1,344 women from that comment I mentioned earlier, even if 5% of them seriously consider this is a real ick to them and a relationship ender, that's 67 people on this planet that agrees with it. And the problem is, a guy can't tell if a girl is serious about this ick shit or not. So I'm imagining a dumbass kid in high school trying to actually change his whole personality so he doesn't give his crush an ick. Once again, people are gonna say I'm exaggerating it, but slowly everything turns into jokes to reality. The same way everyone was joking about big asses in the 2000s and it used to be full-on only skinny girls, to now every IG model wanting a 2K down payment flight to Mexico for them BBL shots. Crazy thing is, I know the response is gonna be well, why don't guys just list their icks then? Here's just one video I found on TikTok of a dude listing his icks, and the comments yeah, bro didn't stand a chance. Is this satire? I love how he thinks he's funny. Let people enjoy things. Since when do men tell us what to wear or what to do? But isn't it? Aren't you? Never mind. And like I said in the beginning of the video, this isn't all women's icks, and you know what? I've even agreed with some of them. I've seen a lot of girls say a dude wearing flip-flops, and I couldn't agree anymore. Why are you as a grown-ass man wearing fucking flip-flops, nigga? Grow up. But mark my words right now, this is going to bleed in 10 years somehow and become a real problem people are talking about on the news. And to really sum this video up to an end.
Alright, what's your biggest ick?
Okay, so it might be a bit rogue, but when a boy gets hit by like a slow-moving car,
Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, I love you guys consensually. And until next time, I'm out.